Okay, so a little while back, I was taking a subway to a destination in, I think it was Midtown Manhattan one day. All right. And this wasn't far away from the location that I wanted to get off at the stop that I wanted to get off at. And all of a sudden, everything was proceeding the way it should be, stop after stop and in a timely manner. And I was happy about that. Nobody likes to waste their time. Certainly they don't. Um, then all of a sudden, the train stalls. Huh? Okay. Well, you figure, well, it's a busy day. It is the middle of New York City. Things are bound to happen. And give it a minute, maybe even 2 minutes. And just sit there and, grin and bear it. All right. Well, there's only so much grinning and bearing a person could do on a New York City subway, especially when they have to get somewhere and they want to be at that place in a timely manner, which is why it's always very important to give yourself a little extra heads up of a little extra window of time, leave a little bit earlier, anticipating possibility. So sometimes a little bit of time waiting for something to happen can feel like forever. And I have to say, looking back, this was a while ago. I mean, it wasn't yesterday or anything. This was a while ago. All right. And it's a typical thing that could happen any day to anybody at any time on a rapid transit system anywhere across the planet. All right. So continuing to grin and to bear the moment, which is always, a good place to be. Try to stay positive. You saw obvious signs of people getting frustrated. Many perhaps were on their way to work, or they too had to go to an important appointment and they didn't want to be late, or they just don't like the idea of being confined and the bottom of a tunnel 400 feet down from the surface of the ground above. Totally understood and understandable. All right. So the typical grin and bear it period of time was quickly and rapidly moving too fast. And the period of time of when on earth is this train ever going to get going to the stop that needed to be? And the funny part was that was like what, one stop away, two, something like very close by. I was very close by to the stop I wanted to get off at. And what felt like an eternity was only literally in real time, was only literally, if somebody was to count the minutes on their watch, was only literally about 3, 4, or maximum 5 actual minutes. Now, 5 minutes stuck in a tunnel on a New York City subway platform can feel like an eternity. Okay? Even being stuck in between stations, let's say 1 to 2 minutes, can feel very, very long. It really could. Because sometimes we let our imagination go with this, like, oh my gosh, was there a power issue? What is going on? Why are we stuck here? When are we going to get out? Do we have to walk through the tunnel to get out of here? I mean, all these crazy thoughts, I am sure, race through a lot of people's heads, including me. So then when I heard the sound and felt the movement of the train proceeding to get to my stop, to my destination, a quick sigh of relief for everyone was felt. But what really felt like an eternity in real time was probably anywhere between 3, 4, or maximum 5 actual minutes of real time. Now, 5 minutes or 3 minutes of actual real time, not in the subway system or out of ground, just regular time. Look at it now. You and I have been chatting for the last 4 minutes. Does it feel like 4 minutes went by? No. No, I mean, I'm looking at my clock here. It says that we've been on since about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Doesn't feel like that. But when you're stuck on a subway, it's going to feel like forever. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. Unless you're listening to your favorite tune and you could care less as to what's going on around you. All right. Now, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with your financial journey? All right. Right now, excuse me, please. Right now in life, there are many people who are struggling to make ends meet. And I mean, really, like really, really struggling. Henceforth, the reason I decided to make some extra videos during this doubleheader month of June with some extra videos. Okay. Hopefully, I will reach someone today. I came on here today with a specific message to remind you. Now, when I was stuck on that subway, and when the stop, it was like forever in between stations in a narrow, dark tunnel of the New York City subway system. I have to say, for a brief moment, it felt like my forever place. Now, I knew, though, in the back of my mind, sensibly, no, no, this is not your forever place. It may feel like your forever place. And let me tell you, it really did. And for a lot of people that were on that particular subway, it felt like forever. People were really starting to get annoyed. You could see people wiping the sweat off their brow and like, when are we getting off this thing? I have to get to my appointment or go home, or I'm not feeling good, or whatever it is that person individual was going through at the moment. Or sometimes people are claustrophobic. They don't want out. They just don't want to be like that. I get it. I get it. This is a very good comparison. But you're like, but Jan, what does this have to do with financial? A lot. Sometimes we get into situations where, well, our finances are, well, not as idealistic as we'd like them to be. And sometimes it literally feels like every emotion, it feels like this is your forever place. Being in a a low income situation where you feel like this is your forever place and you're not going or getting anywhere fast. Like you're stuck in between stations and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, now literally in a New York City subway station, literally the passenger really can't do anything about it. That's up to the motor people, motor men, motor women, the train engineer, the people that run the show, that run the subway. It's on them. What you could do about it is pray. Pray that it is of a short duration. That's a powerful thing to do. If everybody on that train prayed, that's a great thing to do. Now, on a contrasting note, in the situation of a lower income situation, there's plenty of things one can do. A glimmer of hope, a big glimmer of hope. Sometimes all you need is that glimmer. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, when you're feeling frustrated, saddened, defeated, perhaps, maybe you feel less than your better self or whatever. Wash that all away. Say, this situation does not define me as a person. Yes, I might be in a lower income situation. Yes, and it hurts. Yes, and it stinks. Yeah, hey, I'm not saying it's a ride or a walk in the park or a cakewalk or a piece of cake. No, 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 no. Those situations are difficult. Those situations are challenging. But I need to remind everyone that is in a low income situation, that is not your forever place. Say it again. Being in a low income situation, in a lower income situation, okay, is not your forever place. Let's say it again. Yes, yes, I am in a lower income situation, but it is not my forever place. I am taking steps to break free from this being my forever place. It's not forever. By the way, nothing is forever. I'm just saying, okay? Other things in the spiritual realm, that is forever. But these situations, earthly situations, in my honest, they're not forever. And do not let it define you as an individual. Some people, they feel, I don't know. Sometimes some people change, not everyone, but sometimes some people get on like a kind of like a high horse when their income is suddenly so wonderful and great. They like really like change, like what happened, not necessarily for the better either. I'm talking about in terms of personality. This is something I have observed. I could be wrong. Hey, I'm the first one to admit it if I'm wrong. But I think I got this one right in my observation. Not all. Some people handle it very well and they're gracious and kind. They're their genuine self. But some people, because they define themselves by their income, which is kind of crazy. That's my opinion. Anyway, but moving on ahead of this, do not let your income define you as a person. Do not think you are forever in that place, just like the folks like myself and the hundreds of other people on that train that day. We felt like it was our forever place, but thank the good Lord, when we started moving on and getting to our destinations, we all got off and got off that subway with a grateful and gracious smile on our face. All of us can do it. And when it comes to your income, you can fix that. I couldn't fix that train. I'm not a train fixer-upper, okay? I am not a motor person. I am not a conductor. I do not run the boards, the computer boards of the rapid transit system, okay, in a great big city like New York. No, I trusted my good Lord and my Father God to get us through that moment, and He did. This is my faith talking. Okay, so look in the mirror and say, is this your forever place? No. Are you forever going to have lower income? No. Now, for people who repeat the cycle of a lower income, um, I wouldn't understand why anyone would want to. You have to get it out of your head that, oh, this is my forever place. Oh, that's all I could do. First of all, a person has to want to. This is important. So before I go, I want to mention that. This is a key element. A person has to want to get out of their situation and break the cycle and break free. You can do it. Please do not get discouraged. You can do it. That's why I'm making these extra videos this month. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. All right, everybody, have an amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget to share this video, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I totally appreciate it. Have a great day, and thank you.